invite Sun Abbas, our area director, out of the stage.
All right. I will be nice to you. Till speech number 5. And after speech number 5, I'm not really nice. It's just that it's very hard for me to say untuk gedau. Gedau. What you have to say it right? What I liked about your speech, you have natural hand gestures. When you say about past, your hand goes up. You talk, and your hand moves according to your sentences, which is 80% pretty good. It's just that here and there your hands stick there and they don't get separated. So 80% your hand gestures are good. You have very good volume. That's maybe fairer. You have very good volume, which means that I'm sitting in the corner and I can hear you loud and clear, which is very important for a speech. It's also important with those names you mentioned. No, I don't remember those names. For a moment, I thought, are we talking about Malaysia or Japan? Because they sound something very Japanese kind of names of the daughter, king and queen. And I've never heard of them. But it was loud and clear to understand, to hear your body, which is good part of the speech. For this particular objective, your speech has 3 things. Number 1, as usual, every speech needs to have a body, head, a body, and a closing. Your opening was a story of what happened with your father and you saw, and it was an incident. It is not wrong to have an incident during the opening, it's just that at times the incident is kind of long. But opening has to be that, I saw my dad pulling! And the moment I saw, I said, pull! And he won! Do you know what was happening that day? That made them curious. Then you explain, one day I was sitting and I heard this. That will grab the attention of the audience. And then you can talk about the beauty pageant, other stuff, which was pretty fine. Unfortunately, due to time, you have to grab and start reading like a newsreader and finish off your closing. So that made closing not so effective because it was just managed to finish it off kind of thing. So what I usually tell people, if you are doing a speech for 7 minutes, prepare for 5 minutes. Audience will laugh, something will add on, suddenly you see something, you move here and there, and you do actions, that counts 2 minutes there. Always prepare 80% of your speech timing, never prepare 100%. Yep, 20%. When you're doing the introduction, always should be 10% of your timing. So 5 minutes, not more than 1 minute introduction, not more than 1 minute of closing. Not too long, not too short. And 4 minutes, focus on 1 or 2 points. 3 points in 4 minutes is too long. In 4 minutes. Till the points are very short. And that's where I felt the speech being extended. And the final part is that when you're doing the speech, my whole purpose is that if I'm listening as a third person or any person there, what is your theme or what is your essence of the speech? And that should be there in that 3 to 4 minutes. End of the day, do I want to take part in beauty pageant? No. Do I want to take part in the tug of war? Maybe no. And why? I should talk about this topic. If you have the why, your speech content will be stronger, your closing will be more meaningful. So work on the commitment and the content with a shorter time. Back to you.
Without further ado, let me invite our second evaluator, Advanced Communicator Gold and Advanced Leader Bronze, Melvin Chia.
Just like what Sri mentioned just now, he is gentle from 1 to 5. So you are number 7. I'll evaluate you in 3 sections. Number 1, your presentation. Whenever you begin a speech, you don't have to repeat your title to the audience because those persons are looking already to use your topic. So you can save time on that. And then when you do your presentation, always remember you have your slides behind you and you are standing right in front of your slide. So it's going to be very distracting to the audience right in front of you. My suggestion is always stand at the left-hand side because that's where the human eye begins, from the left to the right when you look at the slide. So they will begin with you and then they will go to the slides. Thirdly, your slides is usually used as a tool to enhance on your delivery or your message. Because whenever you have your slides turned on throughout your speech, everyone will be 50% on you and 50% on the slides. And of course, they will also be expecting your next point, which is already on the slide. So it's always good when you do your presentation. After that, you turn on your slides to enhance your message. They will be more effective. Of course, you have a very good delivery. She's very confident. She don't have any fear. She just stand right in front of you, then she just go all the way. She is very courageous, and also I believe she's also very comfortable in this job as well. Of course, she has a very pleasant smile. She got very clear pronunciation. She's very good in eye contact. She looks at you and then she smiles, and then you feel very comfortable to listen to her. And the way she delivers is very simple and easy to understand. Now let me go into the second section, which is the facts. You have 3 points: benefit, coffee drinkers, and revolution. That's what you introduced at the beginning of the speech. Do take into consideration when you mention benefit, coffee drinkers, revolution. Follow through with this sequence. Because when you go into your point, it's all over the place. You started with coffee drinkers, then you talk about revolution, then you talk about benefit. So it's always good to follow the sequence. And of course, when you talk about benefit, coffee drinkers, and revolution, try to cut down on your facts and points. The best is, since you're talking about benefit, just talk about benefit, because there are a lot of benefits to talk about in coffee itself. Because when you have these 3, you have too many points to share. And of course, when you use your points to nexus with your boss, do consider your sentence as well. Because when you say you drink coffee to reduce stress, but who's drinking coffee in this company? Your boss is drinking the coffee. So he's more stressed than you are.
I need to reduce it.
And point number 3, let's talk about values in speech. Any speech, there's always a take-home value for the speech. And I would recommend you that in order to have the value, the best effective method to talk about coffee is bring samples. Bring samples, and of course, elaborate further about what's coffee all about. Because you have been drinking coffee, those artistic coffee, we call it barista coffee, and then we have this Starbucks, we have this traditional coffee. Maybe you talk about why it's so different. Those expensive coffees are basically Arabica's coffee, and those coffee shop coffees are those Robusta coffees. Then at least you know what's the type of coffees you are drinking. And finally, of course, time management. Because the purpose of having this assignment, number 7, is to enhance your presentation skills in a corporate world. That's why time management is very important. And when you learn to schedule your time correctly, practice, and then you deliver at a stipulated time given, then it will become a very effective presentation. Why 7 minutes? Because 7 minutes by Toastmasters research is the best time and most active time for all the audience to absorb. More than 7 minutes, everyone will have maybe 70%, 60%, the absorption will be less. That's why we have 7 minutes. So all in all, wonderful speech, and I look forward to your part 2. Back to you.
If I may allow to add on some points to visual aid this particular speech, sometimes what I felt from Miss President, what she did was using a phone as a prop beside her slide. I think that's a new term, and I think it's more better because as the evaluator mentioned, most of them will direct our attention from slides and the speaker. And if we only use visual aid without the slide, I think the engagement is more strong. And later, I would like to invite our third evaluator, Advanced Communicator Silver Computer Leader, Ken Kong.
Toastmaster Daryl, from the first day I know you, you're a person full of athlete, full of energetic, full of sporting, person who loves a lot of sports. Today, doing a speech relating to fishing, I can see the nexus over here that you're trying to connect your relationship with the audience. So that creates a lot of persuasion and power. A few things I can highlight to you what are the strengths of your speech. Firstly, you've added very interesting value between the nexus or the connection between fishing and the 5 values of your sharing, want to share with us. So that is a very good way how you really want to persuade with the audience. Connect with them with the interest over there. See the connection. That is one of the strengths. Secondly, you have a very deep sense and very strong knowledge on the type of fishing. Now, most of us here in Malaysia, of course, we don't really go to the beach and fish. But you have a very good way that you want to share with us about the type of fishing and where to fish. So this draws us to our interest to know more about this kind of knowledge. That is your second strength. The third strength, this is something I really love it, is your conclusion. It ties up the theme, not only the theme of the day, but also the main purpose of the speech. You want us to know that fishing is not about achievement, but also the values that we possess. So your conclusions was very well done. Now, I'm here to give you some unorthodox advice for you to take the speech to a higher level. Now, your 5 values is very simple for us to know, but how to make it more memorable if we step outside the room, we can still remember it. A few trainers, they use the acronym method. Acronym, you know it, right? Yours values, I can say there's 1P, 2B, and 2R. P for patient, B for bonding, another B for relaxation, self-reliance, another B for
That's FTSIT actually. I did fall my head, but I didn't think of that.
use acronyms to make it people more easier to understand. So when they walk out, they think of these 5 acronyms to make it more memorable. So that is the thing. Second thing I can highlight to you is your main speech purpose is about prawn fishing compared to normal fishing. So I want you to elaborate more, like what does all this working adult, especially Unipac people, what does prawn fishing mean to them? Are we going to go outside and do prawn fishing? Does it mean a lot of values or benefits to me? So you need to add more details, add more knowledge, or add more illustration or more prawn fishing compared to normal fishing. So a lot of people here say, hey, why I don't try prawn fishing? So you can persuade the audience with a lot of interest, so they can liven up their emotion to go out and prawn fishing. Andra, a very strong athlete, see a lot of values inside you, trying to share more of your sporting and more of your adventurous personality to share your values with others. I can see you improve tremendously throughout from CC number 1 to CC number 9. Back to you.
Right now, may I invite our dedicated event